Hello there, YouTube. It's Web3, back with another kicking action figure review. Today we are reviewing a Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure. I feel like we haven't done one in a while. You might have seen this one in a recent haul. It is the Hasbro Marvel Legends SPDR Build-A-Figure. Yeah, I think she's pretty cool. I often refer to her as Evangelion Spider-Girl. I'm actually quite a fan. I have like most of her comic appearances, and I actually have the first printing of her first appearance. It's very cool. God, she's just such a cool, like, mech Spider-Girl. There's like a spider in there with her. She's really cool. You've probably seen her in the Spider-Verse films, but definitely check out the comics. They're really cool. Age of Spider-Verse, check it out. Age of Spider-Geddon, too, I think. Anyway, yeah, it's actually a really cool figure that I've really been enjoying. Articulation-wise, up, down, pretty good. You've got great side to side, bit of a wobble. You know I like the wobble. That is forward and back on the arm, and you can do forward and back on the other side of the joint, which lets you line them up and make them symmetrical and even, which is good. In and out, you know, a lot, like a rolling movement on this. It's just such a unique sculpt for a Marvel Legend. So glad they made her, and I'm so glad I finally finished her. You've got rotation there, a single elbow bend, forward and back on the wrists, rotation there. Pretty cool. It's just a single. Then you've got a lot of torso movement. You got our Ultraman color timer there. Very cool. No waist, but you don't really need it with that torso. In and out on the legs, forward and back. And she actually does have actual back, which is good. Not a lot of Marvel Legends do. They just kind of turn out to the side. But she can actually go backwards, which is cool. And you got, you know, articulation on both sides of this joint. You see you got a rotation there too. Bit of a wobble. Pretty cool. Anyways, when you move down, you have a double, as in knee bend. And then this is where I think the articulation falters a little. It's on these feet. When they designed her character, they clearly weren't thinking of action figures, because I don't have the easiest time standing her up on these little feet. But, I mean, they are character design accurate. They do go up and down, and there is kind of an ankle pivot, but you can't do much with it, because she's got this big, you know, all this plastic around the foot. So the foot articulation is not great, and I can get her to stand. Sometimes it just takes some work. Detail and paint-wise, she's pretty good, though. I like all the gunmetal and stuff. Some of it's painted, some of it's, like here, that's painted, but that's cast. You know, it's harder to tell the difference on camera, but in person you can tell the difference a bit more. The sculpt is really good, though. You got some really clean line work here on her kind of hazardy symbols. Really like the head sculpt a lot. I like that they painted the little hoses on the back. Beautiful eyes. God, I love Evangelion Spider-Girl. So cool. I wish they'd release the Daredevil from her universe. He's cool too. Pretty neat figure. Painted up on the back. The paint is a little sloppy here on the back. Like, you can see the red doesn't go down all the way. Not too great, but it's on the back. So, I mean, you got nice clean line work up here, though. You can see they painted the inside of those lines silver. They probably could have got away with just leaving them red, but it's alright. And one cool thing about her is she has lots of sculpted scuffs and scratches all over her mech suit, which is not a necessary detail, but an appreciated one. And, you know, she also has just all these little panels and stuff on her. Really cool. No accessories or anything, just a really cool big figure. And, you know, since we're talking about how big she is, let's actually do some size comparisons, huh? First off, let's compare her with some other comic book characters. Here she is with one from a few years ago, the Walgreens exclusive Iron Man 2020. Just a couple, you know, techie heroes. And she is much taller than him. She is in a mech suit after all. Of course, we got to compare her with a Spider-Man. Here's one of my more recent spiders. It is the Ben Reilly Spider-Man Beyond. And he's a much newer sculpt. And she's much taller than them, but she's like supposed to be, you know? I don't remember exactly how big SPDR is because it's been a while since I went back and read anything with her in it. I've kind of just been reading a lot of older stuff recently, and also a lot of indie monster stuff. So not as much Spider-Man and things like that. Even though I did review a Spider-Man book recently. But I think it looks really cool, and it'll look cool in your Spider-Verse display if you have one. Now how about we compare her with some movie Marvel Legends? Yeah, first up, here is the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, or was it Across the Spider-Verse? Whatever. Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099. You know, just so we can also have her with another Spider-Verse-y character. Once again, I also think it looks good. And next up, how about an MCU figure? This is one I've been messing around with a lot recently. I've shown her in a couple reviews. It is the Endgame Rescue from Marvel Legends. And you know what? Now that I put her down, it just occurred to me that all 4 of the Marvel Legends I've shown with her are also like people wearing tech. The Ben Reilly Spider-Man doesn't look like it, but that's actually a very high-tech suit. We got 2 kind of Iron Man-y suits, and then Miguel O'Hara's future tech suit. So, that wasn't intentional. Neat. But yeah, I think she looks pretty cool with 6-inch Marvel Legends. Now, I do want to show her with just one more thing, and it's this little Toy Biz Hobgoblin. It's from my childhood. I saw him on eBay for $3. Had to have him. I just want to show her with him. She could just crush his little skull. And you see, this guy is a tinier figure. He's just a small little kid's toy. But even then, it's like, God, look how cool she looks with him. Just big. It almost feels like it's more likely a little girl could be in there now because he is smaller. So, you know, I think she's going to scale well with a lot of different Marvel figures. My little Toy Biz kids toys and all those Hasbro Marvel Legends, they all look really, really cool. So what are my final thoughts on the Hasbro Marvel Legends SPDR Build-A-Figure? She's pretty cool. If you want to build her yourself, you're gonna need to get a few different figures. There's the black and red Daredevil, Cloak, Dagger, Elektra, Kane, Scarlet Spider, and also the House of M Spider-Man. There's also a Dr. Octopus in that wave, but he doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure part. He's just kind of a bonus figure in the wave, because the budget for him kind of went into his big old tentacles. So you don't need the Dr. Octopus. I have him, but you don't need him. And if you actually want to check out some of the figures in the wave, I've reviewed the black and white Daredevil, the Kane Scarlet Spider, who's actually one of my favorite Marvel figures in my collection, if not one of my favorite figures, and I reviewed the House of M Spider-Man and Doc Ock. But I never got the Cloak, Dagger, and Elektra. I do want an Elektra, and I wanted Cloak and Dagger when they came out. Now I'm like, whatever, we'll probably get better ones down the line anyway now. And we do have better Elektras now, which I do want. I'd really like one with like the big hair, like that really big hair she has in the Chip Zdarsky run. That's how I'd want an Elektra. Also, I want her in her Daredevil outfit. But yeah, I just got like half her pieces on eBay. One day I was just like, I was with my partner and he had just bought a bunch of Evangelion stuff, and I was like, you know what? I should finish Evangelion Spider-Girl. So I just got her parts off eBay. Since I only had half. But that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.